Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be making a custom Funko Pops based on Rick Riordan's character Nico de Angelo. Now I don't know if you guys have ever read his books from the Percy Jackson series, but Nico de Angelo is my all-time favorite character Rick Riordan has ever written. Sadly, Funko does not make any of the Percy Jackson characters. So I decided I was going to make my own. In this video, I will be turning this One Punch Man character into Nico de Angelo. Now, I don't know how to say his name because I have not actually watched this show, but I decided to use this particular Pops because of just his entire stance in general is something I really like. I love his posture, I love the lines of his clothing, and I particularly like that he has no hair. That gives me a lot more freedom when it comes to styling his hair because I'm going to be sculpting it out of epoxy sculpt. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. I'm now going to show you everything you're going to need if you want to replicate what I did in this video. So the first thing you're going to need is your Pops figure. I got mine off of Amazon for $10.31 or $33, I can't remember. So you're going to want a Pops. You're going to want some epoxy sculpt, parts A and B. This is just plain old epoxy sculpt. I got on Amazon for I think $14 for the two of them. And it's not a lot. Epoxy can be kind of expensive, so you don't get very much at a time. I'd keep some super glue handy, just in case. Some matte finishing spray. Paint. Brushes. And water. It also never hurts to have a snack. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go onto Pinterest and look at a lot of the fan art that's posted on there and just get some sort of ideas of how I want this Pops to look. Just look at different artists' interpretations of Nico de Angelo and combine them into what I would like to see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a piece of notebook paper and just like brainstorm all of the ideas I just took in from looking through Pinterest and figure out what I really want to do for this Pops. I do not have a tea kettle, so I'm going to use my coffee maker. And there's still some coffee in there from this morning. And I'm going to clean it out and use it to make some really hot water. Also, while this was brewing, I noticed how gross this is. That's better. Pour it in a bowl. And dunk them in, head first. Now we're gonna like take him out and check his head. Super squishy. I don't know if you've ever felt a Pops before, but they're like super hard vinyl and you can't normally squish them at all. So now we're gonna carefully remove his head from this piece. We've now removed him successfully from the body. And we were very careful as to not to tear this or to remove the peg out of this disc. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick his head in the freezer so that it cools down and I can go right to painting. But you can also just let it cool down by letting it air dry. And again, here's the head and body. They're cold now, completely solid, no give whatsoever. And I'm going to mute my TV because that's annoying. And I'm going to go ahead and get to work painting the body first because I really don't want to mess with the clay right now because it's kind of late. And the body won't take quite as long. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sculpt the hair on my figure using epoxy. Take parts A and B and get an equal amount and mix them together. Okay, now that all my epoxy sculpt is all molded, we're going to have to work pretty quickly because this stuff dries insanely fast. So I'm going to get a good portion of it, and I'm going to like squish it as flat as I can. A real thin layer. I'm going to use this as a base for building the hair. My desk is covered in stuff, so we're going to do this in here. So, and my top figure are now dry from being sprayed, and they have a nice matte finish now. They look so cool. I'm really excited for how this guy turned out. So now we're going to take some super glue and apply it to this part of his neck. And my super glue is almost empty, so I'm going to use a brush. Lines with the hole and stick it on. We're just going to want to hold it there for a few seconds. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and give me more ideas for my next videos. Bye!